I love it when my worlds collide, sports, country music, and frankly, the biggest hit that everybody knows, Fancy Like. Walker Hayes hanging out with me, man. You've been around Nashville for a long time trying to get the break, and then like for so many artists, overnight, all of a sudden, Fancy Like becomes the most played song for everybody. Talk a little bit about like what that journey's been like. How's it feel today trying to make the most of this moment and appreciate the grind that got you there?
Dude, 17 years, but who's counting? I mean, that's how long, my wife and my kids also, have been trying to chase this elusive dream. And honestly, I love what I do. So it's not really about this moment. It's always been about the music and just being grateful to do what I love for a living. But man, this year, it's unfreaking real. I mean, I cannot even begin to process what's going on. It's literally like it's overnight. In 3 months, I went from a not really recognizable, name in the household to now everybody and their dad and their kids are doing this Fancy Like dance. We actually released a song today, and it's like right there with Fancy Like on iTunes, which is crazy because we've never released a song to an audience this big before. There's the fam, getting down on the Fancy Like dance. That's how we do it at the house. But man, it's surreal, and we're just honestly, dude, we are just so grateful. We are so grateful, and I imagine it's going to take us a year to process or more. What happened this year to us. So
you're a big Bama fan. Have you been able to use Fancy Like to get any inroads? Maybe hanging out with Coach. Maybe texting Saban, being like, "What's up?"
I wish, man. I know we may be sneaking into the Iron Bowl this year on the coattails of Fancy Like for sure, which would be cool because usually it's just me and Laney going to games. It's a lot, man. Taking all 8 of us to a game, dude. There's us at the SEC championship last year. That was dope. But yeah, man, we're big fans of using my career to get into sporting events. We do the same thing, with the Titans and stuff like that. But yeah, dude, roll tide roll. Despite A&M putting a hurting on us.
Yeah, so Calzada. And here's the thing that a lot of people don't realize: like the country music trash talking is a delight. Like there's communities of fandom, right? So have you yet been able to is there somebody that's blowing your phone up whenever Alabama loses, or are you blowing somebody's phone up when y'all win?
Yeah, absolutely. So TR, he's a big Dog fan, so we're always going back and forth. And then also my drummer, his name is Alec. He grew up in the Athens area, and he's a huge Georgia fan. So, he's talking smack all year about their D, that this is the year, they're going to dethrone us. We'll see, yeah, man, it's fun. We go back and forth. I've got some guys who love Clemson, that I get an earful, especially, when we lost to A&M. I just deleted a billion text messages. I didn't want to hear it. From everybody. Everybody hit me. Even people who weren't, college football fans were like, did you watch that game? I was like, yeah, I watched the game, man.
So at the end of the day for you, is there a favorite sporting event that you've been able to go for? Using all of this, I know is new getting to use this platform, but you mentioned you like to go to these things with the family and try and go to as many as possible. What's the one live moment that really sticks out to you?
Man, a while back, my wife and I, we got to go see the Bama-Tennessee game. I can't remember what year it was. I want to say 2009. I mean, it was way back. But, Cody, it was a block. Tennessee was down 10-12, came down to a field goal, and Bama blocked it. Place went absolutely crazy. It was at Bryant-Denny. And then also this year, man, I got to go to a Red Sox maybe Rays game, and it came down to a walk-off. That was the first walk-off I had ever seen live. But one of the worst events I've ever been to is I went to the Iron Bowl 2 years ago when Mac Jones was replacing Tua, and Auburn beat us at Auburn, and they rushed the field. So Laney and I got blocked in the stands and just had to watch Auburn celebrate for an hour.
Oh.
And it was pretty terrible night. But dude, honestly, my family just loves, like, when we do get to go to baseball games or football games, we are the first to arrive. Like, we literally get in, there's nobody there, and we're the last to leave. We just love, that's our thing. You know how some people's thing is concerts? Our thing is sporting events, and we just eat it up, man.
Well, I'll tell everybody, if you love Fancy Like, keep checking it all out. Man, congrats on the rise. Sports Nation, back to you guys. For Walker Hayes, I'm Jason Fitz.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.